What is that to say? What is there to say other than that's a typical Falcon loss? That's a typical Falcon loss right there. There's nothing else for me to really say about that game. Is that's a typical Falcon loss. That looked like a game from the Dan Quinn, Mike Smith, every era that we played in. Had a lead, score 30 points, and lose. That was an embarrassing game. Man, I don't have no words for that game. But I will say this right here. That we can't get it right. We can't get it right. We have a kick return for a touchdown. On fourth, how in the world do you let your receiver be open? You have 3 Falcons in the end zone, and you give up a freaking touchdown to Terry McLaurin, of all people, to cover. That's the first mistake you made. Then Arthur Smith come out and call the dumbest 3 plays that you could ask for after the game. And they march right back down the field. First of all, final drive. Why is Dean Pease blitzing? They got to go from the 24-yard line. Why is he blitzing? He blitzed to get that first completion open. Then they come out on 3rd down and 7. They can't sack the quarterback. I thought that was Corey Bierman out there, because they missed so many sacks in this game. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. I don't even have no words. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. I don't even know where to start. Hi, Amy. Yeah, that's how I feel too. That was awful. That was awful. That was awful. Lee said the NFC South is looking terrible. Yes, the NFC South do look terrible. This is what comes with new coach. Don't be that fan. I get it. I get it. But it's still an embarrassing loss. It's still an embarrassing loss on all levels. You didn't know how to close the game out. Once again, new coach, same problems. It's just frustrating. It's frustrating because as a Falcon fan, you've seen this story 50 million times. You get a 4th quarter lead. We were up 8. Blew the game. That's embarrassing. I just don't even have no words. I don't even know what to say. Z ain't gonna say it, bro. That's the best way to put it. It's the best way to put it. C-Man the Great said no comment. I agree. There is no comment about that game. The offense actually showed up. The offense actually showed up. That's just, I don't know. Z-Gang Go said that's why Matt Ryan would never win the championship, because he can't. That wasn't a Matt Ryan loss. You can't ask for this is the typical old school Falcon loss. You came 30 points up. You don't finish the game. You let that defense go out there and make defense. I don't know. Couldn't sack Taylor Heineke. Made Taylor Heineke like Tom Brady out there today. Just an embarrassing loss. Totally embarrassing. Amy said no words. Michael Thomas said the Saints and the Falcons. The Saints got 2 wins. We can't even buy a second win right now. This is embarrassing. This is just, oh goodness, this is just embarrassing. He said this is just a change position for y'all season. You want to compete, but the reality is these are the type of losses. Yeah, it's not even the fact that we lost the game. I picked us to lose the game. I had us losing by 4, which, again, everybody saw. If you saw my pregame, I had us losing by 4 points anyways. But it's the point of how you're losing these games. That's the embarrassing part of this game. Jermaine Summers said, we can't close. We can't. You was the thing is, the whole time you were sitting there on the edge of your seat, because you knew at some point those Falcons are gonna show up. You just knew it. When we walked out there and didn't get a first down at the 30 with a 30-28 lead, I said, here we go. I said, here we go again. Amy said, at least Quinn gave us a Monday prep talk. Z-Gang Goose, that old school Falcons loss because Matt Ryan, aka 2083, created that formula of old school Falcons losses. He's been on quarterback for the last 15 years. Oh, trust me, this has happened a lot under this era, but boy, this is deeper than Matt Ryan. This is, I don't know. That Matt Ryan ran the plays the coaches called, but a rookie quarterback would have did the same thing, if not worse. That's true. That is true. Again, there's multiple mistakes in this game. Eric Harris dropped, 3 picks? He had 3 interceptions, I believe he dropped in this game. That was one thing. Calvin freaking Ridley. Do we even get started about him? I would have had this conversation about Calvin Ridley had we won. But now that we lost, don't get me started on Calvin Ridley in this game. Calvin Ridley dropped several passes in this game. He's not a wide receiver 1. He's not a wide receiver 1. Plain and simple. We need another wide receiver. He's not a wide receiver 1 yet. Amy McLaughlin said 2016 I would have been a score. Exactly. We would have scored quick. Home team lost 2 minute drop passes. Yes, the drop passes lost us this game way more than that defense. The defense was horrible. However, it's the fact that you sat there, you had several drop passes. And it wasn't just 1 or 2 people dropping it. Zacchaeus dropped the crucial pass. Ridley dropped several of them. Like, it was all, you couldn't ask for a better game from Matt throwing the ball today, especially against that pass rush, who didn't really do nothing in this game. And you have that. John Sanders said the second to last. Yes, it was. It was horrible. I don't know what you come out and run a toss. Second down, you come out and run the ball. Then third down, like you trying to run a screen to get a first. I'm so frustrated with this team. That doesn't make any sense. JD Warrior, when he said last possession, first down run, second down. Yes, that was – I could not believe that they were the possession that Dean Pease called there. I could not believe what they was dialing up. I knew you had to put some pressure on Heineke, but, I mean, you were leaving guys open. De'Ami Brown caught his first pass in the fourth quarter of that drive. So, that's all you need to know. Let's see. He said Flowers overrated. Yeah. Javon, what's going on, bro? He's on the stream with me. He said, hey, there's a true heart Washington fan. I'm not happy about this game. Yes, we won, but there was way too many missed opportunities, and it was too close for comfort. Hey, but y'all pulled it out. That's what teams do. They find a way to win. Nick Thrasher said they're going to lose to the Jets next week. Man, if they lose to the Jets, go ahead and trade everybody. Just go ahead and get it over with and trade everybody. Don't even sit there and waste our time the rest of this season. They're going to do that. Jabray said, you can't make this up. No, you can't make this up. Only the Falcons lose this way. Only the Falcons lose this way. That's the crazy part about it. You can't even dial up how we lose games. This is just like we perfect losing in multiple ways, which is crazy. Let's see. Jermaine said they need to look, they need to be practicing that. They need to go to practice today. Please go to practice today. This is awful. This is horrible. Nick Thrasher said that Calvin Ridley and Pitts is not it. Patterson, y'all best receiver in Russia y'all have. Patterson did everything he could to win this game for us. He did everything he could to win this game for us. They tried their best to win this game for us, but Ridley had an even worse game than Kyle Pitts. Pitts, I mean, there was one play where Kyle Pitts really should have went up for it. But it just don't make any sense. Brandon Bowler said the defense was horrendous. Yes, it was. It was horrible for most of the game. They had like 1 or 2 stops, but that defense was horrible most of the game. Kyrie said it really made drops, but they were tough drops. Should he make them? Yes, but tough catches. That's how you prove you're a wide receiver 1. And I don't feel that you're proving you're wide receiver 1. You out here dropping certain passes like that. And a couple of them, Matt put in the breadbasket for him. Like that one down the sideline that he just dropped. I'm like, bro, come on, man. You got to make some of these catches. You got to do better than this. Brandon says 7 undrafted. Yeah, you're right. We got several undrafted guys starting on this defense. Got dropped. Yes, those 2 interceptions that was dropped by Eric Harris. That one down 30-20, up 30-22, completely shot the momentum of that game. They gave them another opportunity. They ended up capitalizing off that. Amy said, why is Baby Bama? I don't know. I don't really know what's wrong with him this season. Because I mean, Julio was out most of last year and he played well. I don't know what's going on with him this year. He's just been off most of this season. JD said this franchise sucks. It's bigger than Matt Ryan, Calvin Ridley, the defense, very bad team. Building and offseason moves has been going on since the 90s. We knew what we were dealing with coming into the season, but you don't expect your guys like a Calvin Ridley to get out here and have a bad day like that. So it makes no sense. And then I also feel like Arthur Smith went totally conservative after we put 30 up. I guess he thought that the game was over and it was stupid for him to go that way. Actually, it's funny I say that. Kyrie just commented on that and said that Arthur Smith was conservative. Yes, he was. After we scored that go up 8 in the fourth, he totally went away from being a solid play caller. The play calling changed. Juju, what's going on, bro? He said Arthur Smith is 100% blunt. Yes, he is. He plays a huge part in this loss. Absolutely played a huge part in this loss because it was like, okay, we're up 8. We're going to try to close this out. It doesn't matter. If your defense is not getting you any stops, why are you putting this on them to win a game that they're not ready to do? And we went totally conservative. They couldn't move the ball. You know, we was moving the ball effectively. We totally went away from that. We would just run, pass. I thought I was watching Jim Chaney called UGA's offense a couple years ago. It was embarrassing. Kyrie Powell said, winners wins, losers lose. Falcons are losers, Lions are losers right now. It's okay, though. This was expected this season. Yeah, I'm not sitting here bashing the fact that we lost. I mean, I expected it. It just makes no sense. It just makes no sense. I don't understand. Our defense full of practice squad. Look, we have had a horrible job of scouting. It's embarrassing. I'm irritated. I ain't even gonna lie. ZK said, "Oh, are you streaming?" Yes, I'm streaming actually on 3 different channels. I'm doing Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch right now. JD said the worst thing about the last 3 minutes, why CP wasn't on. I don't understand that at all. I do not understand. I didn't understand nothing about those last couple minutes of that game. That was awful. Let's see. Reggie, what's going on, bro? He said, do the coaches see what we see? I don't think so. Because that was a terribly called ball game down the stretch. There's no reason you lose that game. That was awful. I mean, it was awful. I just have no words for how that game played out. Jordan, what's going on, bro? He said, I'm ready to suit up. Me too. Man, give me a bodysuit. I'll go out there and block for Matt Ryan. I'm tired of this. I'm fed up with this. I'm not even going to lie to you guys. There's nothing I can say, but this is embarrassing. Brandon Boulder said, love Red, but he's giving Peerless Price vibes. Absolutely. He dropped several passes in this game. That's ridiculous. Juju said Arthur Smith had Washington on the ropes. He shut him down. He shut down the offense with 10 minutes left. He knows the secondary is bad. That's a dead topic. This Washington had offense tapping out, and Arthur Smith said, I don't want to win. It do seem like that because they were frustrated. When we went and got that 4th touchdown with Mike Davis, they were frustrated at that point. Like, they were frustrated to the point where they were done. And then we gave them a breath of life. I really believe on defense, that missed interception by Eric Harris, that turned the whole game for him. But like you said, Arthur Smith did nothing to help it out either. Jordan Chapman said really was horrible today. Yes, he was. He was awful today. He was very bad today. And there was several passes that was put right on the money to him. You got to finish it. Kyrie Powell said Fats that was conservative. You got to finish him. I agree. He did not do a good job finishing his team today. And that really wasn't the culprit of losing this football game. That was embarrassing on so many levels. Brandon Boulder said, I knew there'd be growing pace. Bro, who you telling? Like, I came in, I didn't expect anything good out of this team this year anyways. But when you lose games like that you have in your hands, it's really nothing you can say about that. That's embarrassing. Brandon Boulder said Arthur Smith was not the right man for the job. We've been having this conversation since the first week of the season. He looked over his head right now. Today was their best offensive showing and they still lost. It just doesn't make any sense. Tevin Ratcliffe said, what's going on, bro? He said we went away from Cordero Patterson at the end. Also, the Falcons started. Yes, they did. They stopped feeding. This guy had a day. He had over 100 combined yards. And you stopped feeding him. There's really no excuse to it. It was embarrassing. Let's see. Jermaine said, shout out to all the rookies, but I pick up Cam. We had to make a mistake. We need some fire. Cam is not saving this situation. Honestly, it's not even a. This is one of the games where, although I feel that Matt is way past his prime at this point, this is a football game that the Falcons are supposed to win, no matter what. This comes down to Arthur Smith and that coach staff having a very bad game at the end. It will turn into a typical Falcon loss. He said, "Let's keep it funky." The refs was right. Let's be honest. That Chase Young hit to the helmet really could have been waved off. We had several calls go our way. That's the truth. We had several calls go our way. And let's see, Juju's running. Kyrie said you can't do that last two possessions. We went first down run, second down run, third down long pass. This possession said anything. When have you ever seen a head coach shut his quarterback down who's having a good game? I felt like I was watching a repeat of the Dan Quinn, Kyle Shanahan Falcons. I felt like I was watching the Mike Smith Falcons. It was just a repeat. That was embarrassing. I just don't have any words. Brandon Boda said that the roughing on Chase Young was horrible. Yes, that was a very bad call. We capitalized on that touchdown, but after that, it was bad. Let's see. They said roll tide. What's going on from YouTube, man? He said, with the Saints lost in overtime, man, it don't even make me through it that they lost. That was the way we lost. He said, I say, as long as Ryan part of our family, we would have no room to move around the quarterback position. That contract is going to be hard to move at this point, as we all kind of know. We probably going to have him one more year after 22, and then that's it. Because we got to get off that $48 million cap hit unless they're trying to restructure it. He said, Saints losing is always something to smile about. That is true. That is true. Amy said, I expect, but then again, I don't. We're better than we're playing. I don't. Yes, that's the problem. This is one of those embarrassing second half blown losses. And this is one you don't blow. This is one you don't blow. It's a very, very bad way to lose a game. Very bad way to lose a game. Bright side, y'all got the Jets this week. That don't make me feel no better because the Jets could come out there and win that football game just the way the things is going. JD Warrior Good McGee said, you said that scouting is horrible. Yes, this is a very horrible. This team lacks so much talent. It's not even funny. Like, there was no pass rush in this game. Most of these guys, like TJ Green, like, oh, man. Don't get me started on this squad. They just don't have a lot of guys that's that talented. You don't have a solid pass rush. You don't have a solid secondary. Deion Jones, I'm just about ready to trade him. He is horrible this year. It's just bad. Juju said the reason I say the defense is the real top is because I know we have 69 practice squad players scattered around. We know AJ Terrell is the only dog in the secondary. Arthur should have allowed the defense back on the field. Yes, he should not have allowed them on the defense on that field so fast. You got to get a first down and run that clock out. You know your defense is not going to make a stop, so you got to make a move. It was horribly, horribly done. He said a coach that don't know what he's doing, he's not always on the players. Definitely, Arthur Smith lost his game. Arthur Smith called a bad game down the stretch. Amy said she'll go block as well. Might get thrown. Who you telling? Let's just go out there and block for him. I know y'all seen that meme. If you got a jersey, go to Falcon practice tomorrow. I'll be there. I will be there. John Peter said I've had it with Ridley. I'm dropping from my fantasy team. He did hurt. He blew a big game. He could have had a huge game today. Juju said Ridley need to marry the ball. Yes, he do. I felt like I was watching first season Julio. And you remember how much he dropped passes that first season. JD McGee said down pulling my receipts in Atlanta Bird game. I told them about the big role of Calvin Ridley. He wasn't ready. You did mention that. I remember that in the offseason, that he was not ready to be a wide receiver one. He said free Matt Ryan. Let's see. Brandon said Holmes looked overwhelmed. He did. He looks overwhelmed to this job. This is not for him. He said, I was wrong about Roger Smith. He would be great as an offensive. Yeah, about that. John said Cam Newton couldn't even turn the birds around. You're right. He could not turn the birds around. Tevin said, 0 pass rush. Deion Jones can go. I stand on that. Grady's getting double team every play. I stand on that with you that Deion Jones can go. Deion Jones had a horrible year. He could actually be gone tomorrow for all I care. Because we're paying him to do nothing else. Amy said vanilla. Yeah, it was. That's the best name of the day. Arthur Quinny Smitty Smith. You are absolutely correct. You couldn't have put it no better than he did. That's embarrassing. Tevin said we lost and the refs helped us imagine it. Yes, we got calls today. We got calls. That is terrible. Like, that's awful. JD said vote Nate Butler for head coach. Look, man, we all go up there and do a better job than this right here. This is bad. This is bad. I don't know what else to say. Like, all I can do is keep saying this is bad. That's all I can say. Juju said, you said it like Cam is good. Oh, they must be talking about that. Amy said, can I campaign for Deshaun Watson? Listen, I campaign for anything on this team at this point because this is bad. JD said, I can't believe I said in this, and I'm rooting for New England tonight. I don't have them winning. I thought Tampa winning kind of decent tonight. Amy said, after Bucks. Oh, goodness. Juju said, bright side. I want to see the bright side on that. Brandon Balder said, imagine waking up. Oh, my God. Don't get me started on this. We play at 9:30 in the morning in another away from the United States. The world's gonna see they're gonna see the Falcons come out and act like they're good. They're gonna see a blown Falcon lead or an ugly Falcon loss. We don't know what they're gonna see on Sunday. We gotta wake up at 9:30 in the morning and see that crap. I'm not ready. Jermaine said, shout out to Washington. They still play to the end. Something we need to do. We get too comfortable, relax, and lose. So much talent. But we could have. This game should have been won. We shouldn't even be having a loss conversation. I was already getting ready to talk about. I was ready to talk about the fact that we could be 3-2 at the bye, but that's not happening. Juju said trade Deion Jones. Yes, I'm ready for him to be gone. Ready for him to be gone at this point because he has such an outstanding start to his career, and he's fell off so bad. Brandon Bolden also agrees that Deion smoke and mirrors his captain. Yes, he has. And it's crazy. He was a Pro Bowl linebacker for a couple of years, and he's just not the same. Luke, just going on Luke, he said we can add that loss to our 2083. Oh, my goodness. And then what's so crazy is it's the last time Washington won here in 03, we blew a lead in the fourth, and they came back and won. This is a repeat of 2003. Brandon Bolden said he used to be silent on the sideline. He was a dog. Yeah, I don't know what happened to him at this point in his career. It sucks for him. He said we lost in the most Falcon way possible. Deion's point, Trash point, Arthur Blasement. Yes, this was the most Falcon way. This was the most Falcon way. Foye took his spot. So, yes, Foye is the best linebacker on the team at this point. Quincy, what's going on, bro? He said they are not a rebuild, but it needs to be done. Yes, it do. I don't know why they're avoiding the rebuild, but it needs to happen. It needs to happen. They got to stop avoiding it. It has to happen at this point. Don't get me started on Calvin Ridley, Antonio. What's going on, bro? He had a horrible day. How about our defensive? Is it bad play call, a bad pass rusher? I will say the last drive was a bad. It was horrible play call that last drive because they were blitzing, leaving receivers open when they had to give up 2 points to win the game. But also, we don't have a pass rush, so that's another thing. Juju said Dante Fowler's good. Grady, yes, Dante Fowler's actually having a good year. Grady does look good. On a good note, Patterson looks good. Yes, Cordero Patterson is probably the best Falcon this season. He is clearly the best Falcon this season. Juju said, I'm saying the lack of players. I love the scheme. We don't have the opponents for the defense. Yeah, I like the scheme too. We just don't have the talent there. I don't feel like we have the talent there. Let's see. Juju said we have pressure, but it's simulated pressure. It's not 4-man pressure. It's exotic blitz packages, twists and turns. Get the defense some time. Yeah, they gotta. We don't have any talent. We really need to just go ahead and call this thing a rebuild and stop saying that we're in win now mode because we're not. We're not in win now mode. This is not happening. Amy said, I love y'all Falcon fans until they kill us all. We love you too, Amy. Hey, I'm about to take them to the divorce court, though. I'm tired of this mess. They got to give us some alimony or something. Goodness. JD, he said, I said 65, 35 players a scheme. Tevin said, number one pick, please. As long as we have I don't know. Also, we might be in position for it. Amy said the Jets won. We might be in position for it. Let's see. The world will either be laughing at how Atlanta play or laughing at our foot. We're wearing the football jerseys. Oh my God. Why? Not on national TV. Oh Lord. Okay, Falcons. I guess so. So embarrassing. They showed our players looking up at the top of the dome, wondering why we were getting rained on. What did the trap? I did not understand that. I didn't understand the roof being open either. We have that for a reason. Like, come on, man. I didn't get that either. Tonio said, hey, man, let's get the number one pick and get Jordan Davis out of UG. Man, I would love to have Jordan Davis in this defense. I would love to have him here. Luke said there was too many mistakes, just like always. Yes, it was. There was a lot of mistakes that cost us this game, too. Amy said, at least we don't have bench 11 to be pissed at. We don't. They paid tribute to him today. Goodness. Tevin Ratcliffe said, Bright side, we have the same record as the Jets fighting. I'm going to pick next week. Not a tank bowl next week, man. Not a tank bowl next week. Oh, man. Luke said, I already booked my flight to New Orleans, man. Go out there and show out for us. About those jerseys, oh, yes, I hate those jerseys. I hate those FUBU jerseys. They're horrible. ATL on the chest is lame. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of the jersey like that myself. But, you know, they got to do it like that. Luke says, Stacey here. Bridget, what's going on, Miss Bridget? You're right. It was some BS. It was. Brandon said Amy's laughing. Brandon said they opened the roof so they don't have to require a vaccine. Oh, that's interesting. I never knew that. I'm actually glad you mentioned that. When they open the roof is considered open. Okay. That makes sense. All right. I definitely get where you coming from on that. Tavaj, what's going on, bro? He said, I just woke up and saw the Falcons lost. Back to sleep. Hey, you ain't missed nothing. Typical Falcon game. Good stat line, though. If you started Cordell Patterson in fantasy football, you went off. Tell you like that. Cordell Patterson had a day in fantasy football. Tevin said, we got to drink. So you so bad, I got to drink and laugh to pay away. I am glad I don't drink. Otherwise, I'd be drinking a lot. Mind you, I just look at this crap every day. I have a man cave full of Falcon stuff. It's embarrassing. I'm sick of it. Luke said those members of the same community as me. I could never. That's the same comment. He said that game broke my heart. I'm a Ravens fan. Yes. You don't have to be a Falcons fan for them to make you mad. Non-Falcon fans will sit and watch that game and get angry like, bro, how did y'all lose that game? And the same thing will say is, I don't know. Amy said, yep, basket vats, not required with open roof. Wow. That's interesting. Brandon said this. Yeah, Matt Ryan definitely balled today in fantasy football. He had 4 touchdowns. Jermaine said the NFL universe is turning. We are turning into the past. Brown Havens is 3-13. This was my win number 2 today. I didn't have us winning this game coming in, but as the game went on, I'm like, all right, we may pull this off. JD said voted for a rebuild and uniform change. Oh my God, they got to stop avoiding what's evident. This is a rebuild. They got to go ahead and rebuild. Let's see. He said, so no move can be made right now to get this team to the play. Honestly speaking, I don't know. I don't think so. I think we're 1-3, and we have not hit the bulk of our schedule. We have not hit the bulk of our schedule. Like we've not hit we have the bulk of our schedule. AJ Evans said it's Matt Ryan's fault that we can't play. No, listen, that defense was atrocious down the stretch. They were atrocious down the stretch. It was bad. Bridges said he was not in there, and no blind man. It's that Mike Vick rule. You know, he was able to reach across the plane, and they gave it to him. But you know, I'd prefer for him to go ahead and get the touchdown, and we had a chance to score down the stretch. That was what I was just hoping. But of course, Luke was still over here thinking about being a Saints fan. Just kidding, damn right. Listen, I'm mad at the Falcons right now, but I'll be back on Sunday. I will be back on Sunday, snapping on them again. It's embarrassing. This is embarrassing. It's why we've been fan for 11 years. I'm reminding you of that. Yeah, you did. I forgot about that. I had forgot about that rule myself because I remember they gave it to Vic back in 05. I was so glad you reminded me of that rule. JD said, unless they become the 69 Miracle Best, we're not making the playoffs. Oh, boy, man, I don't know. She said, I prefer to go to overtime. Yeah. Whew. AJ said, what a Falcons tradition. He said, don't look at Ridley dropping 100. Yes, Ridley dropped over 100 yards. Don't look at the defense that can't sack a scarecrow. Oh, my God. I got to use that, AJ. That is clever. I got to use that. The defense can't sack a scarecrow. I love that. I actually love that. Okay, he said defense can't sack a scarecrow, or the DBs can't cover / catch. Yes. If the defense comes up with at least one interception, this is a whole different ball game. Both them picks gave them life. It really did. Jeray said, I've always been an ATL fan, but she's me a wing and a prayer and a saint and a 10 and a coach. Listen, I'm about ready to just put them in the prayer line every single week. They just need prayer every single week. And every meme that's going to come out, the Falcons go get their CDL. The Falcons should just go to church on Sunday. Everything that they say, they right. Because I don't know how you go out here and just be okay with losing like that. Well, at least we were in the game. I don't care nothing about that. And oh, my God, Amy, I know you're still on here. I'm so glad we don't have Mike Smith to give us that pumped up speech or Dan Quinn to give us this motivational talk. I don't want to hear none of that mess no more. They're bad. Amy said you can't even pray for them no more. You really can't. You really can't. John P. said that Ridley raised our blood pressure with all those drops. I'm telling you, the Falcons are a very, very toxic relationship. I hate that we all have been tied to this toxic. You know the word I'm trying to use. They're that bad at this, make me mess the word up. Good Lord, Falcons. I don't know what I'm going to do with y'all. Poor baby on a bad team for almost 20 years. Man, it's just sad. It's just sad. I feel so bad. I feel so bad how it's this. That's the word, Amy. That's the word right there. I got tongue-tied because it's just that bad. They keep me tongue-tied. It's sad. So, hey, the Falcons find another way to make me irritated. And I know, like, my buddy Kenny, I'm going to shout Kenny out, man. He always say that I'm so relaxed with Georgia, and then the Falcons just make me an angry individual. See, I'm going to put it to you like this. The Falcons will make you go to church on Sunday, and then you'll lose everything that you learned in church that Sunday afternoon because you're going to immediately go off on them when you get home. He said Matt Ryan always have the perfect after-game losing speeches. He practicing before the game? Nah, I guess he's just so used to it. Matt out here like, bro, I'm out here balling, and then he joker still can't win the game. Like, Matt got to be the only guy I know go out here and throw 4 touchdowns and lose a game. Like, consistently. We've had several losses where he hangs 4 or 5 touchdowns and it's for nothing. Judge said to Atlanta, please take the pain away, Lord Falcons. They can go to the offseason. You can NFL draft me early. Now. Rise up in April. Amy said Ryan need to go somewhere and like he do need to go somewhere and not be a part of this trash called the Atlanta Falcons. Everybody need prayer. Arthur Blank need prayer. Rich McKay need prayer. The cheerleaders might need prayer. I don't know. Everybody need it. The fans, look, they need to give us a discount on season tickets, on the game tickets, because we shouldn't even have to pay that much to deal with all of this. You should be paying us to deal with this, Falcons. This is embarrassing. I don't even know what to say about these guys. I don't even want to really talk about anything that went positive for this game because as solid as the game was for 3, the Falcons went out there and put up 75 cents and couldn't get a whole dollar. This just don't make no sense. I'm tired of them. These doggone Falcons. Bryson, what's up, little bro? Oh, Brandon said, let's not. Oh, my God. Let's not talk about that. First of all, bring me back to Georgia Dome. Bring me back to Georgia Dome, number 1. And the PSS, oh, my. We can have. This is another conversation that can be discussed. They need to cancel the PSLs, number 1. They go ahead and stop these PSLs. Why are we having to pay PSLs to sit through and watch us blow the lead, watch us blow these games? It's embarrassing. Brandon also said that the bins is slick. To be honest with you, a lot of fans are priced out the bins. We had this, me and Amy, I know she's still watching. We've had this conversation before, and thank you, Amy, you just said something. Why Mr. Dome can't afford. It's a lot of fans that cannot afford the bins. And the problem is, I tell anybody, the worst thing for the Falcons be when they have winning seasons because they think, okay, we won, we're going to jack the prices up. They did it right before we moved into Mercedes-Benz. That Super Bowl appearance was a horrible thing in regards to business-wise because they took advantage of it and said, all right, Falcons we're going to run the prices up. They did. And anybody that went this Falcon games, a lot of my family members have had season tickets in the Dome. Some have them in the bins, can tell you the difference in the prices year in and year out. And we're having to deal with this year in and year out for a losing football team. That makes no sense. Brandon said, shout out to the Hawks. Prices didn't jump after a conference final berth. You're right. The Hawks have always done a solid job in this city of putting together good prices. The fans are truly made to, they cater to their fans. And I love that about the Hawks. And that's why I'm so happy that the Hawks are successful as they are right now, because the Hawks have always been great at catering to the fan base. Even as bad as I killed the Braves for going to SunTrust, that stadium is beautiful. They don't overprice the fans. You can actually go to the game and not, kill your pocket to go to the game. It may be in Marietta, but hey, you can go out there and kill. They can have a great one. Quincy also said that's why I'm a Hawks ticket holder. I've been thinking about getting Hawks tickets myself. I'm not gonna lie to you, because I thought about it even during like the Millsap era and all of them. I thought about it during that time, but I just never went ahead and did it. And I think now they're doing an excellent job. I've always felt like they've done enough for their fans. And that's what I love about the Hawks. Brandon also said that's the Hawks do. Yes, they do a great job with marketing. Even the Hawks have even went as far as in the NBA playoffs in the past, getting to where they go ahead and they've had several times they do college night. Like, they'll do like a college night. They'll get a good ticket prices to like Georgia State students, UGA students, any college students in town. And I love that about them. And I think that it's an outstanding marketing strategy. He said NBA is earning ratings again. I love it. That's a top. We got to get on here and talk Hawks for sure. They're gearing up soon. So we're going to talk about the Hawks real soon. JD said, bring back the Dirty Bird, bring back original uniform design, bring back the original, everything. Just reset everything. Quincy said that's true. He said Hawk season tickets are super reasonable. Yes, that's the crazy thing about it. That was very reasonable. They have very reasonable tickets. And I have to also say that the Braves tickets aren't too pricey, even with the playoffs coming up, that even though the tickets might be a little higher for the playoffs, it's the playoffs, but you can go to a Braves game on a Sunday, on a regular day out the week and not kill your pockets. Whereas with the Falcons prices in the upper level is like close to $100 just to go to the game, to see them lose. Amy said her last game was the last playoff game, easy money. Yeah, it's crazy. It was good prices. Jermaine Summers said that 100-yard return. Yes, that also was another turning point in the game. That kick return gave them another sense of life because he took it out of them before the half. Braves, I used to be pissed at the Braves until they actually, yes. If you actually go to the Braves game now, you understand why they moved from Turner Field, because it was understandable. I miss Turner Field myself, but the battery's amazing. I love the battery. I think it's incredible up there. You get to do a lot of stuff. You got sports bars. You got a lot of things for the kids up there. It's an incredible stadium to go to. I was killing it years ago, but now I love going up there. That's actually a very nice stadium. If you haven't been to go see the Braves at some point, if you don't go see them in the playoffs, go see them next season. Definitely go see them. Amy said, I do miss the price for. Yes, that's the last time we had a solid pass rusher was John Abraham. And that's something that we really look into. JD said, yep, it's true, but it's too far. It is. I do agree it's far. But I actually like making that drive. To be honest with you, I actually like making that drive. To me, and this is an off topic from the Falcons. If I love going up 285, getting out there, going, it's fun. I love it. I definitely love it. I actually need to get on here and do a State of Atlanta sports conversation sometime soon. I would love to do that. Just get a chance to talk about these guys, especially right before the Hawks start. But all right, I'm gonna let everybody go ahead and enjoy the rest of their football day. I know the Falcons probably irritated most of you guys. I'll probably be back on here with Devon later on. We'll talk and give a recap of the game. I really don't want to talk about this game no more. I've talked about it enough. Brandon said the Jets won in overtime. Oh my God! So now we got the same record. Love you too, sis. But I appreciate y'all tuning in, and I will talk to you all later. Y'all have a great rest of the day. Just again, thank all of you for tuning in to the show. Thank you, JD, man. I appreciate that, bro. All of y'all are awesome, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in and spending 41 minutes of me talking to you guys on the screen. But hey, let's enjoy the rest of the day. Football. Brandon, I appreciate you, bro. We gotta link up, man. You gotta shoot me your number, bro. We gotta link up, man. Quincy, same for you. But y'all have a good one. We'll definitely talk later.